What's up, guys? Igor Hernandez here. I'm one of the attorneys at Cornish, Hernandez, and Gonzalez, where I practice injury law and first-party homeowner property claims. And today I want to talk to you about accidents that are serious in nature. And what I mean by that is, not every accident is treated the same. Not every car crash is treated the same, because depending on the injury, certain things will happen that may not happen if your injury is not that severe. And so let me break it down for you. Let me walk you through what the differences are, and what is important about handling accidents differently if there's a big injury versus not a big injury. And so the first thing is, not every car crash is going to result in significant severe injuries. For the most part, most car accidents don't result in injuries, and the percentage of car accidents that does result in injuries, they basically result in what's called soft tissue injuries, which I'm not downplaying them in any way, but there's a very big difference between a soft tissue injury and somebody being paralyzed, or somebody having broken bones, or somebody needing to have surgery immediately as an emergency as a result of a car accident. And so what I'm going to be discussing here are accidents that result in significant bodily injury, broken bones, emergency surgery, things like that. And in those circumstances, typically the insurance companies will handle those cases differently. One of the things that we'll do is they'll try to send somebody to the scene as soon as possible to try to get any surveillance, try to interview witnesses, try to develop evidence that's going to make them be able to defend the case, because they know that a significant bodily injury claim is coming. The other thing they're going to do is they're going to send an adjuster basically to your hospital room. In Florida, it's illegal for a lawyer to go to your hospital room, but for some reason it's not illegal for an insurance adjuster to go to your hospital room. So let's send somebody to your hospital room and be like, hey man, you have 4 broken bones and you just had emergency surgery, but we here at Insurance Company X, we want to offer you $1,000 to cover your injuries, because we feel that that's fair and that's what's fully compensating you under our insurance policy. And obviously that $1,000, it's just nothing. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to end the liability as soon as possible by having you sign a release that says you can't sue them, by having you sign a release that says for $1,000 the case is over. And unfortunately, those releases are hard to get out of. We've been successful at times, but it's a problem that you don't want to have. So the first thing you want to do is you want to not sign anything, not speak to anybody at the hospital room regarding your claim, because all they're trying to do is basically extinguish the claim before you have the proper legal representation to know what you're entitled to. And so that's the one main difference. The other main difference is how the lawyer should handle the case. Obviously, every case is important, but the amount of resources that go into a case like this, where somebody's severely injured, is has to be significantly more and significantly deployed significantly faster than in a case where somebody's really not significantly injured. The lawyer that's handling this kind of case, they should send an investigator ASAP to the accident scene, whether it be if they get the call at the time of the accident, right then and there, or if they get the call days later, they should send an investigator as soon as possible. We send an investigator immediately in cases like this, because surveillance footage gets lost, witnesses forget. Any statement that may have been made by the driver of the other vehicle is not really admissible if it's made to the police officer during the investigation of the accident. And so what happens is that any statements that the cop may have gotten from the person, it's likely not to be evidence in the case. So it almost doesn't matter that the police took a statement from the driver and the driver admitted they're at fault, because what ends up happening is the insurance company gets that person to change their story about the case as the case develops, so the insurance company doesn't have to pay on the claim, and they know it's going to be a significant claim. So the lawyer has to go out there and send an investigator as soon as possible to canvass the scene, get photographs, get video, interview the witnesses, and get everything to set up the claim the right way. And the third thing the lawyer needs to do is the lawyer needs to explore all avenues of recovery. In cases like this where the injury is catastrophic, the policy on the other side of the policy for the person that injured you is not going to be enough most of the time. It may be too small. So the lawyer has to know where to get additional sources of coverage, how to investigate the case in a way to uncover any potential liability of other people that may be involved, of other companies that may be responsible, so that you can recover for your injuries, which are going to be significant, are going to require a significant amount of money for future medical treatment, as well as a significant amount of compensation for the pain and suffering that usually comes with these kinds of catastrophic injuries. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. I just want to give you a brief breakdown as to how catastrophic injury cases should be handled differently than non-catastrophic injury cases, and I'll catch you again next time.